All right, Ben and Greg. Bourbon Note has called us out.
Not in a bad way. They just want us to. Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah,
you hear it calling you out.
Yeah,
You're like,
I made that sound bad,
do?
didn't I?
Yeah, you made it sound really bad. They called us out. They created a list video of different categories that they kind of made, and they want us to do the same one. So we're gonna give you what we think can fill these categories.
That's what she said. Don't you dare.
Yeah, and I think this is a unique take on a list video because I haven't heard some of these categories. I'm not gonna lie to you. That this last one, we had to watch your video a couple times. Like, okay,
get our own. About? Yeah, I have no idea what the stat one is, but okay.
All right. Geez. So first category is an unpopular opinion. What are we choosing as an unpopular opinion? Well, for me, 1792 Full Proof. I'm not a fan.
That's a nice thought for an idiot to have.
I think it makes a phenomenal mixer, and that's about it. I like 1792 in general, but not the Full Proof. I've tried multiple bottles. I just don't like it.
Mine's Eagle Rare. Everybody seems to like this, and I just don't. And I'll tell you my reason why. Ryan and I are very spoiled when it comes to all the different whiskeys we can try. Now, people that primarily drink this might not be able to get their hands on like other things that are kind of crazy. We can, just in the position we're in and having this channel. And we've been able to try a lot of cool stuff that are just blowing our minds at this point. And this just doesn't anymore. It's good. I didn't say it's bad. I've never said that Eagle Rare is terrible. It just doesn't blow me away anymore.
It's not Russell's 10 to you. You would never grab that bottle.
No. Out of every bottle in here, there's so many bottles I would grab before this, which is crazy because a lot of people would grab this because they know that this is good, but they don't know that the other bottles are good. That's the point. Like we've tried so much different stuff that this doesn't toot my horn anymore. By God.
I never thought of that.
Next category is bottle that we have changed our mind on. For me, Elijah Craig Toasted. When we opened this bottle up, I thought that it was overhyped, overpriced, just not great at all. Thought it was meh at best. Give Joe Haley credit. He told me, wait about 6 months on that bottle.
You have to wait six months.
Now that's the caveat. I mean, you got to wait 6 months. I didn't touch this for at least 6 months to a year. I went back to it a couple weeks ago. This is pretty damn good.
The reason why I was in the same boat as you is because it's a 94 proof toasted, but it's not even like super heavily toasted. There's some stores charging over $100 for this bottle. Why?
I do really enjoy this bottle now. I'll go back and get a sip of it every once in a while. It's like it's a pretty damn good bottle.
In the same notion, you don't have to wait 6 months.
No, you don't.
Bushwood.
Bushwood? A dump?
That's right, it sucks. Only reason I'm here is maybe I'll buy it.
Buy? Bushwood?
So this is the Long Ball. It is bottled by Bushwood Spirits, but this is Bardstown Juice.
They're getting it from Bardstown.
Did not think it was that great when we tried it. We both tried it too.
Yeah.
We went back to it maybe a month later. Just not because we were like, let's plan to go back to that. We just happened to go back to it. Holy crap, is it pretty good?
It's really pretty good.
I actually really enjoy that.
Honestly, this was the first thought when we heard this category. I thought of Bushwood too, but you chose it first.
Well, when we were at the table, we were trying to decide which bottles that would fit into this category. We looked at each other. We were like, Bushwood.
Yeah.
We also found out that they're single barrels. The label, it says single barrel right here, but it's barely.
I mean,
it is barely noticeable. Barely noticeable. We know the single barrels, so they all taste different. And we had one at Shane. Shane has a bottle of this that is even better.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Really good.
The sad bit is they do not mark them as such. There's no barrel number on them, no batch number, or anything like that. So you don't know which one you're getting. So you might get a crapper or you might get a really good hitter.
I hope to God this is good. I hope it's so good. I hope this is good. Jesus, I hope this is good.
So the next one is a bottle. It's a good bottle, but we would never buy it again. For me, it's the Frank Sinatra.
It's just overpriced for the name and for the package. It comes in a box and it's a nice. It's a really beautiful bottle, but
and the packaging is gorgeous. The juice inside is good.
Oh, it's good.
It is good.
For Jack Daniels, it's pretty good juice.
Yes, it's good. I would never buy another. I'm glad I bought the ones we did because we're both huge Sinatra fans.
Yeah.
And just the experience of having it and experiencing the packaging and all the story and the lore behind it, I will never buy another one.
Oh, that is kind of the same as this. This is Knob Creek 18 year. Delicious. Caveat, there's a caveat. If you can get it, so we got this one at the distillery. We went to Kentucky, we went to Jim Beam, and they had them there, and they were selling them for MSRP. There are stores who have this for $300. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I will never buy one. If I'm going to buy one of these, I'll just wait till I go to Kentucky. No, they're way too expensive at retail stores.
Next one is a bottle to replace an allocated bottle. For me, we actually just filmed a review on this. Larceny B523. This son of a gun, and the B522s as well, are just knock your socks off good. I'm sorry, I put this up in the category with William LaRue Weller and just those absolute allocated hitters.
Is that what this is replacing?
Yes, this replaces to me William LaRue Weller.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's as good, but I'm
yeah.
saying you can buy this for $50 to $60, and
Instead
you can
of
find it.
$1,500 to $2,000.
Yes, that's what's in the glass right here.
Freaking
It's
hitter.
so good.
It's freaking hitter.
It is so
You
good.
get your hands on a B522 or B523, you're getting something special. You really are. We have these everywhere in our area. There's not a store we can go to that doesn't have 3 or 4 of them on the shelf.
At least
It's crazy.
A lot of stores you go into, and it's like an entire shuffle, like 2 or 3 wide and like 6 or 7 deep.
All right. Dadgum Greg.
I'm all Greg. Pleased to meet you.
He picked the same bottle that I picked to replace an allocated bottle.
Yeah.
And for good reason. This is Friday at Fred's by Storytime. Yes, we are part of Storytime.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it
Caveat,
doesn't- we
yes.
drank this before we had any sort of
Yeah.
business relation with Storytime. This is one of the reasons why it pushed us into Storytime.
Yeah, I mean,
we
that's-
love what it's putting out.
This was one of our first exposures to Storytime.
Yeah.
Was a sample of this, really, before we'd ever got to know Shane at all.
This right here is going to take over for like Joseph Magnet Cigar Blend, Old Elk Cigar Cut, a lot of those cigar blends that are like cognac finish and all that. This right here just blows them out the water. It honestly does. And for I think like
$67 right
yeah.
now. $67 for Authors Guild members. It's freaking phenomenal.
It's insane. But Greg's took my dead gum bottle.
I'm all Greg.
Hey, great minds think alike.
All right, next is the best and worst stat versus price.
I was confused about this one, and I'm still probably confused about it.
I get it.
Ben, Greg, is it like is it like highest proof to like price and then lowest proof to price?
Well, I think it's like you could be a combination, whatever your thought process on of whether it's the age of being charged a whole lot for a very low age statement,
Okay.
or being charged. You get a low age statement that should be freaking trash for cheap, but it actually is a phenomenal
I got you.
bottle.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Start with worst and go to
worst
best.
stat to price. Yeah.
Worst at the price. Now, this was a free bottle from Sealbox, which Sealbox is awesome. But they sent us this about a year ago to review their Blue Run Reflections 1. Oh my gosh.
Continue.
Blue Run Reflections 1. There's no age statement on it, but we know that the youngest that's in here is 4
They
years.
don't
It's
offer a
Castle
lot of-
and Key.
Yeah, you don't get a lot for it.
Yeah, it's a blend, but which tells me if they're not putting any sort of age statement on it, then probably the majority of this is 4-year-old juice.
Yeah.
For $100 is the MSRP on it. A lot of I've seen some places that are charging $90, but still $90 to $100 for probably. I mean, can't make the claim, but probably 4 to 5 year old juice. Most of it. Maybe there's some a little bit older stuff mixed in there. But I'm sorry, Blue Run in general. Hey, I'm not crapping on Blue Run. Blue Run puts out some good products, but for the price, I'm sorry.
The price
no.
is what kills this bottle.
No.
The fact they don't really offer much
No,
in this bottle specifically.
If
for
you
that
could tell me
$100.
that this was okay, the youngest was a 10-year for $100. All right, I'm saying okay,
Yeah.
but no.
telling me
no.
there's a chance.
We know that the youngest in here is 4 to 5 years old.
So, gosh, people are gonna hate me again. My lowest stat for the price, you're talking about a 93 proof for $160.
Most places.
Most places. Did you think it was coming? It's Bland's. It's Bland's. I'm sorry. Let's Bland. No, I will not shut up. It's not Bland's fault. It really
No.
isn't. It is distribution and it is retail stores that have really put this into that fuck you status for me. The juice is fine, but not for $160 and not at 93 proof. Bland's made something that was like 120 proof, maybe.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, straight from the Blanton's straight from the
from the
barrel. Holy crap, that's
is-
amazing.
But you're not getting that ever. We're
No,
talking
it's-
specifically about the single
Yeah.
barrel Blantons, and
Yeah.
it's just not worth
I
it.
mean,
for
you're
that
going
price.
to pay out the butt And you're going to have to know the store owner in most places, because when it comes in, everybody's asking for Blanton's because they've never had it. And then when they do have it, they put it on a pedestal. Not saying it's bad, but
Yeah, it's the distribution in retail stores.
So now the best stat versus price for me, Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
A good one.
I mean, this one in particular is the C921, which made us fall in love with them.
You're getting a lot for what you pay for.
So you can pick these up for $65 to $75. You're getting a 12-year-old. Now they just recently took the age statement off, but even the B523 was almost 12. It was like 11 years, 9 months.
Yeah. Well, they're writing it in.
They're writing it in.
And then it's not printed on the label. They're actually writing the age statement in.
Well, and then this year's release, the C923 is a
This seasonal.
Well, this season's. Sorry, this season's release, the C923 is going to be a 13-year.
Resulting in something.
13 years from change, which is nuts.
For $70?
Maybe.
Well, it should be.
It's supposed to be $70 to $80.
$70 to $80. Freaking phenomenal.
Well,
I mean, this is 120 proof. We've got some. Oh, the C923 is coming out. It's like 133 proof.
Yeah.
You get 133 proof 13-year juice for under $100.
And that's the point.
Holy crap.
Those compared to like Blanton's.
Oh yeah.
93 proof for 160? And it's not as good as these.
And these, when they first release, they're hard to find. But then once they release, you find them for 6 months plus.
Yeah. Mine is Benchmark Foolproof. This is a 125 proof for $20, 22, maybe $25 max. And it is just packed full of just a butterscotch bomb. You can mix this. It's 125 proof, so when you add the other ingredients to it, you're not going to lose that significant burn that you kind of want with most cocktails. It's really good, guys. And again, the stats don't lie. It's 125 proof for $25.
Yeah,
we don't. We don't.
Thanks to Ben and Greg over at Bourbon Note. We'll put a link in the description below. We appreciate you guys calling us out. And here, there's our response.
Hey, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's about it. Okay.
Hey,
we
we done? Are we done?
Yeah, we're
done. All right, we're done.